Well guys, I'm down at our lake house this weekend I guess. Went and looked at a whole bunch of tractors that hopefully will be a future YouTube video. There's a bunch of stuff there that I can't even begin to describe today. It's gonna be an overwhelming amount if I do anything there, and I'm gonna have to call in some help for that deal. But we'll talk about that later. That's a big thing to come. I bought a couple tractors here, or a little Cub Cadet and this other tractor on the back here. Oh, I think it was back in June I was here and bought these tractors. They were northwest of Pratt near a little town of Byers. There's a Cub Cadet original there on the front and an Allis Chalmers U with a farmhand F10 loader here on the back. We can kind of start with the Cub Cadet here. It is a 1961 model, so first year production. Very original, I guess is the nicest way to put it. As you can see, the grill here is messed up. I think I have a good grill for it at home, and the hood, well, yeah, you can see the problem there. Tires are very poor, I would say, in that right rear rim. It's pretty rusty, just from sitting down in the dirt, I believe. But it's kind of cool, fairly interestingly optioned little Cub Cadet, because if you look on both sides of the motor, there's no electric start. It's actually a pull start Kohler motor, which is kind of interesting. Low budget option, I guess I would say. Motor is loose, so it's got a pretty good chance of running again. You know, nothing really too wild going on here. It does have the deck on it still, and it has a lift there on the back, or part of the lift there on the back. But yeah, it's gonna need tires probably, but I'd really like to make it run again, because it's kind of a cool little thing where it's being a pull start. You don't see that every day, I would say. But really, just, it's covered in plenty of barn dust. It's probably been in that shed, I think the guy said, at least 30 years. So yeah, she's, you know, pretty barn find original, I would say. Kind of ugly, but would definitely clean up and make a fun little Cub Cadet to take to shows and whatnot. So that's kind of probably the plan there for this guy. Yeah, there you can see the rusty rim a little better. That one's not near as bad. That cage wheel shot there, that one's not too bad. I assume that pedal, I've never really actually worked on one of these very much. I assume that pedal's for engaging the deck. Cub Cadet guys, let me know, because I've got Cub Cadets, but I don't have one of these that runs actually. Got 3 of them, but not one of them runs. But looks like we're missing the gas cap here. Need the belt down to the deck, but yeah, there's your rope starter. So that's kind of a cool little deal. You sure don't see that every day, for sure. But now we can talk about what's here on the back. It's an Allis Chalmers U, as you can see. I would be willing to bet it's been repainted once in its life. This is a 1936 model U here. Yeah, big old farmhand F10 loader on it. They're always kind of cumbersome to work around. It does have electric start on it here, which is wonderful. You can see the manifold's kind of been welded on and cobbled up a couple times. Not uncommon on this era of tractor. Yeah, crank start on the front. I don't think the motor's loose currently. You can crawl in here and check. I think when I played with it there, when I looked at it in June, it was, get that shoved in there, it was, oh no, it is loose. Okay, so that'll run pretty easy. We won't crank it too much. I'd like to put ATF down the cylinders and stuff like that. Just let it soak, because Lord knows the last time it ran. Carb's not froze up there, at least that choke wasn't froze up there. Throttle linkage, yeah, not seeing, probably there on the back side. But yeah, that makes me feel a little better. I think it'd probably run without too much drama then. Never been around these Allis U's, been around some WC's and stuff like that. They're pretty bare bones is the nicest way to put it. It's gonna need a muffler, I'd say. That front tire need the tube in it shot. That one's still holding there. It's got some old ass tires on it there. Cool old Fram oil filter there. Doesn't have the generator, just a mag. I mean, I'm sure they didn't really care because really, if it's got a mag, you just gotta remember to charge that battery occasionally on this thing, I suppose. Has some ancient Goodyear Sure Grip 14, 28, 45 degree tires. That's kind of cool to see, really. Yeah, she's old. The guy that had this stuff, his family bought them new. They're one family owned stuff, but they'd been sitting in sheds forever, and he decided it was time to clean some stuff out. And I've actually, if you remember going way back, I bought 3 M's really early in my YouTube days from the same guy. He's local to the Pratt area, really nice to deal with. I think I might be coming back for more stuff sometime. But yeah, old ass Goodyear Sure Grip tires there on it. We accidentally broke a fitting on the hydraulic pump, so we're losing some oil, and my trailer's not gonna rust here anytime soon, I would say. Yeah, these farmhand cable loaders are interesting. This cylinder controls the bucket pitch. Put some fencing supplies here on the back, it looks like. That's great. Wonder what's in the toolbox. Clevis and some other pins and stuff. Honestly, I kind of want to leave the loader on it just because it's really cool to see with the loader. Yeah, these things are real primitive, to put it nicely. We got a amp gauge, I'm sure they added sometime. We got a John Deere oil pressure gauge. Down there's your on-off switch, I'm sure, for ignition, starter button. I think that's clutch. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's clutch, and this will be brake here, just a single. I mean, WC's had single lever. Looks like it does have the 4-speed transmission. Some of these are just 3, I think. So yeah, and then this is your loader controls. Got 2 levers there for that stuff. They're just a monstrosity of a machine, these old farmhands. Temp gauge is clear up front there behind the radiator cap, but she's a cool old thing. Really want to see this one run and drive around just for the fun in it. And I'll probably fix that fitting down there on that hydraulic pump just because, yeah, I'd like to leave it the way I found it, honestly. Don't have much money in this thing. Yeah, there's your farmhand logo you can barely read there. This one's a closed tread Goodyear Sure Grip. No, that's not Goodyear. This is a US farm tractor tire. That's probably even older than the one on the other side. Definitely probably had some fluid in it at some point in time, so the rims are a little rusty. Might see about taking those apart and painting them and de-rusting them, I don't know. But really cool old thing. Holy cow, that battery's got to be ancient. It's a Champion battery. Holy cow. I wonder when the last time Champion made batteries was. But yeah, we're down a tire and tube there, old co-op tire, old band brake back there. Yeah, this one we're not going to start here today because I'm 3.5 hours from home today, and it's a Sunday, and it's also 103 degrees out. It was 115 degrees here in Medicine Lodge yesterday. Hottest place in the state yesterday, and set a new record. It was not fun. I was asleep on a couch, to be honest, and a little under the weather, and it was nice to just take the afternoon off after we went and looked at some machinery. But really do want to make this one run. It's a really oddball kind of a configuration. You really don't run into a ton of Allis U's. I know they were pretty common, but not the most common. They're the first rubber tired tractor. I get that, but pretty damn uncommon. And a little Cub Cadet, yeah, we'll make that thing run too sometime. I've got a few Cub Cadets for parts so we can rob and make this a little nicer. I wish I had a better hood, but I do have a good grill at least. But that's an odd ass tractor. Really still loving my Max D trailer here, hydraulic jacks. It's a great option. Glad I argued with Dad about whether or not we needed those. But overall, really cool tractor. You'll have to tune in hopefully fairly soon to see this one run. It won't be this week or next. We got a bunch of other stuff going on this week and be tied up for a while, and harvest is getting close, so trying to taper off projects for a little bit. But yeah, that'll be it for this one, guys. This is a true barn find that's been sitting in the shed a long time. But you guys have a good one. I'm the Red Tractor Trader. I'm at TMontyIH on all the social medias. My website's Territorial Trading. I got farm toys and other stuff for sale all the time. If you're needing something, my email is down in the description. You guys have a good one. Go drag something out of the weeds and get it running.